Questions and comments. L'honorable député de Lac-Saint-Louis.
Madam Speaker,
The honourable member.
it will be my second opportunity to debate against a bill introduced by the honourable member based on what I consider to be facile assumptions. But it is a pleasure to debate the member. We were elected in the same year in 2004, and it's nice to see him up partaking in the debates in the House. Now, there has been a flurry of attempts recently to impugn the Bank of Canada, and this bill feeds into that trend, Madam Speaker. And it's not only the so-called liberal establishment that objects to these attacks on the bank's independence. As a matter of fact, the member from Abbotsford objects to those kinds of attacks as well. So I'm just wondering, does the honourable member, can he tell us whether his entire caucus will be supporting his bill, given the comments of the member from Abbotsford?
Free Ed.
Honourable member for Regina Capel.
Well, Madam Speaker, I expect every member of my party to support it because our party is in favour of accountability and transparency. And the member's got it all backwards. It's his party that has undermined the independence of the Bank of Canada. When you turn to the bank and ask it to act as the personal ATM of the Prime Minister of the day to bankroll all these spending decisions, that's what undermines the Bank of Canada. What Conservatives are proposing, what I'm proposing in this bill, is simple, non-partisan oversight by the Auditor General, who provides that same function for all kinds of independent, nonpartisan departments and agencies. I don't know why the member doesn't welcome this bill. Canadians want to see what's going on at the bank. This member should support it.
Honourable député de Joliette.
The honourable member for Joliette. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like to ask my colleague the question again, a bit more clearly. Does he agree with the member for Abbotsford, who criticized the leading candidate for the party leadership when he said that he would fire the governor of the Bank of Canada if he were elected, if he were Prime Minister? And the member for Abbotsford said that undermined the Conservative Party's credibility. Does he agree with that? Thank you.
The member for Abbotsford explained what he meant, but this bill is about accountability and oversight. This bill is about empowering the Auditor General to provide the same type of oversight role that he or she provides for every other government department, agency, and Crown Corporation. That's what this bill is all about. Now, when it comes to the performance of the Governor of the Bank of Canada, the Bank of Canada has only a few core mandates, one of which is to keep inflation low at 2%. So inflation is well over 6% for several months now. Now, every other Canadian who missed their targets by such a massive range would face some kind of accountability, not to punish the guy, not to get even with him, but on behalf of Canadians. Canadians deserve to have a governor at the Bank of Canada that understands that printing money during a period of economic contraction leads to inflation. It's that simple.
Questions and comments. The honourable member for Vancouver East.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I mean, what's clear is this: the Conservatives are ideologically driven. And the Conservative leadership candidate, the member from Carleton, has been on a hunt, on a path to try and discredit and politicize the Bank of Canada. That is clear as day. Now, they don't have any trouble, the Conservatives, in trying to invoke their ideology into the Bank of Canada, but they're ready to criticize others in the manner in which they are. Now, what is interesting is this. This bill calls for another audit, the auditor to audit the Bank of Canada, which of course the Bank of Canada already have independent audits going on in any event. But yet when the Conservatives were in government, they don't actually want to fund the Auditor General to do his work. So my question to the member is this: when will they actually step up and to make sure that all the departments within government, including the Auditor General, is actually properly funded to do their jobs?
For Regina Capel.
You know, Madam Speaker, it used to be the case that transparency and accountability was something that the NDP and the Conservatives could agree on. You know, back in 2006, when the Conservative government brought in the Accountability Act, we worked closely with the NDP. Those days are gone. Now they've made a decision to prop up a government plagued by corruption scandals. Now, I would ask the member, if she thinks that this bill is ideologically driven because it's allowing the Auditor General to audit the bank, does she think it's ideological to allow the Auditor General to to audit Canada Post or the Department of Transportation or any other number of departments and agencies. That's just nonsense. This is about allowing the independent, nonpartisan Auditor General to do her job, do his or her job, and audit the Bank of Canada.